There's a small child.
I'm going to bed now.
Alan?
Yeah? Want some milk? Okay.
Oh, that milk.
Just going to take this boy upstairs and I'll be back literally in 2 minutes.
Good night.
I think it's working. Should I change the titles? Nah, fuck it. Just leave it the same.
All good.
The task this week in the flat is going to be very IKEA based.
Right, what the fuck's going on?
This is well organised this evening.
Huh?
Oh,
I've been massively addicted to Elden Ring, which has consumed a lot of my waking hours.
What? Elden?
I've not gone in yet. I'm waiting.
Mate, it's so addictive. I literally can't put it down.
I'm waiting until I get my telly. Like I get my proper telly from the old place in here.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm going to have to just.
Yeah, it's so good. Like it's a masterpiece of a game. Like in so many ways. I thought it was just going to be so hard. It'd be like really difficult, but it's not. It's like it's quite open world, so you've got a lot of choices, but it is hard at the same time, which is a good challenge. I love it.
It does look good.
Yeah, it looks great as well.
Gaming platform like the PlayStation.
Well, it's your own fault.
Drink. A couple of 1-star reviews though.
Is it? No, idiots.
Yeah.
Oh look, the stream's shifting around. Auto. It's moving around based on where I look. What's that all about?
Yeah.
Oh, someone say it's too hard. Somebody spilled their coffee on them.
It's supposed to be hard. Idiots. Oh well, if it stays where I'm looking, that's alright, I suppose. Don't know what to do. Ah, so our poor Trix disappears. Bye. Oh, we'd finished that battle anyway.
No idea what the hell they're on about. Oh, I'll have to get Gran Turismo 7 this week.
I wish I had a PlayStation just so I could get it. I've got Grid Legends, which is pretty decent.
Yeah.
But it's not Gran Turismo, is it?
You must be able to get our PS4 up decent prices.
If I'm going to get it, I want a PS5 though. Why would I play it on a PS4?
PS4, how much PS5? 500 quid.
Yeah, I got 500 quid.
Oh, no,
I got a fucking high-end gaming machine here. I don't have to buy a PS5 just to play one game. This really annoys me.
Yeah, that's true.
But I've got plenty to keep me busy anyway. Elden Ring's going to keep me busy for weeks, I reckon.
Yeah, it's not probably buying a PS5. I'll just take up time.
The stream is live, so we are displaying some riveting viewing.
You don't want to watch it.
If there's no Rob and no Blowsy, this could turn into a bit of a bloodfest.
There's only half of it.
yeah, we just got to get it done, mate. I'll adjust the level of difficulty as we go.
Well, you could just kill us and then we say we properly failed and not been able to do 24 hours.
To be honest, I'm kind of hoping that my big final ending boss battle kills you all. Personally, that is my hope. I hope Everard cries when it happens. I want to see his sorry face.
Yeah, fucking bin bag, isn't it?
no, we've met Bin Bag. I can't bring her back again, mate. I do have. There's two NPCs that were donated for that I haven't introduced yet, and they are in it.
Right,
but I've had more time. I've had more time to think about them, which was good. So I've had time to round off this final piece of art. I'm going to call it.
Right.
But it could go a few different ways because I don't know how long it's going to take you to get past the things that don't matter. So we'll see how it goes.
That is normally our issue, isn't it? Let's be fair.
We're slow as fuck. Can you unpause it?
Well, no, normally I have unpaused it. Yeah, I might have to restart. That is the problem. Is I put things in that are supposed to not mean anything, and then you guys fuck about with them for about 2 hours. I don't mind that. It's fine.
I'd say it's. You say fuck about. I say it's more fleshing out the character.
Yeah, well, no, it's fine. I let it go where it goes. Whatever happens, happens. I build the world, and the rest does it itself.
I can't remember where we are on the other campaign either at the moment.
Which one? We finished them all.
No, we started one the other week, didn't we?
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. That. Yeah, I've got plans for that. I might let that grow. Just carry it on.
Has your server been? Have you rebooted the server, Cook? Because I can't get in.
Yeah, you might just have to restart. Let me just check. It might change the IP. Pardon. Same. I just pressed the button. Try again.
Refresh. Oh, my Imperial Assault game turned up the other day. We need to have a board game night, otherwise it's wasted money.
What did you get?
Star Wars Imperial
Ah,
Assault.
yeah. We got to do that. I've still got that table down here.
Yeah, couple of my mates have got it, and it's awesome. You can get an app basically. So it's like a whole campaign thing, and the app is the like the Imperials, and we're the rebels, and then there's loads of different things you got to do.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, I got some games that we never played, but there was another one that I wanted to get. I can't remember what it is, and it's a co-op game, and you go around. You're in a haunted house, and you have to go around, and then at some point a haunting happens, and then there's a person that basically is a traitor that tries to kill you all. It's supposed to be really good. Can't remember what it's called.
Sounds good. There's so many ball games out there, isn't there? We've got a couple that you bought, haven't we? We've only played one.
Yeah, there's a few that I got, and Blowsy plays loads of games. Him and his mates do, so I think they've got he knows about quite a few as well.
What's that really good one? Polo something. Oh, this ain't working at all tonight. This is fucking mental.
Haunting of Hill House. No, that's not it. That's not it. Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Ooh.
It's like loads of tiles as well. So the house changes every different time, and the haunting changes different times. So there's loads of different ways the game can happen.
Loads of tiles, not tarts, as I.
Tiles.
Tiles. There's a few in there.
Right.
Zombicide's decent.
What is?
Zombicide.
I've not seen that.
I do
What's the
have
one we
it.
played first time?
I don't know. I don't know, Days. I've still got it. Zombie something.
Because I remember we cocked up and there ended up being 50 zombies rather than 5.
Yeah. I played it again by myself and figured it all out, and me and Nicola played it, and it works better when you play it properly. But it's still pretty mental because you end up with loads of zombies backed up, and they can just keep coming, so you end up with just loads of murderous zombies. It's pretty mental still. You got to keep on top of them.
You said the IP address had changed.
No, it's the same.
I did one in the stream, and mine's just like a black, that black kind of screen.
The first time it loads, it might just take a while.
It just keeps telling me site can't be reached.
Okay, let me try this again.
Have you done the one in the chat?
Yeah, the one in the chat. Don't tell everyone.
Yeah, sorry.
How did Rob get to level 5?
Because he was in the fight in the pit. I gave him loads of XP.
I'm still well off.
I don't know. I might have got very excited and just gave him a fuckload of XP.
I reckon that's what happened.
Dom's in it. Yours might. It might just take a while the first time you load it because it's quite a lot to load. I don't know. Your laptop's loaded before.
No, mine's done it. I think. Animal Hunt 4. Yeah, boy.
There we go. How strange.
Come here, gonk, you sexy bastard.
Right. Also, so
What was
doesn't
the
it like
password again?
doesn't it's in the chat.
Velvet.
It might be this a lot of my plans have been scuppered because Blows is not here, but it'll still work. It's just going to be very strange. Okay, that's fine. I can adapt.
Some candles.
Right, we are good to go whenever everyone's ready.
I'm ready. So we've killed all these lot, yeah?
Yeah, they're all dead.
Did we get the XP for it? I don't know.
Yeah, I just assigned it out. Should get a notification.
Oh,
It's like 400 and something.
Yep.
Well, that was 241, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was it.
I'm just waiting for it to load up.
So maybe what I'll do is okay, it's fine. We'll play. I'll try and avoid the finale this evening if I can.
Okay.
Depends.
Can I have a look what's on the body of the thingy, the dead pirate?
Oh, Erdin.
Yeah.
If you'd have spoke to him, you'd have known that was his name.
Well, I don't remember what happened like an hour ago, let alone last week.
Okay, hold on. Oh no, I've moved all my tape, my rolls. Right. Great. Just check that. So you rummage through his pockets, or many of his pockets. You find a piece of black, sinewy fur wrapped in a red string tied in a knot. It smells really musky and dank. And also you find a leather bag full of seeds.
Right. Anyone want seeds?
Oh, there's still. Also, whilst you're all rummaging through his pockets, you see the bandit on the tower jump from the roof, land on his feet, stop for a second, look over, a quick glance, and then dart towards a cave at the back of the fort, where he disappears.
Ah, shitballs.
Okay. Aros wants to kneel next to the dead pirate, and he seems to be rubbing his medallion, muttering some sea shanties, and he seems a bit distracted at present. Can we hear anything from the battlements? Because obviously, would have.
No, actually, looking around, the battlements seem mysteriously empty.
Okay.
Oh wow! Oh, bugger me.
Yeah, so during the fight, somehow, unbeknownst to you, all the cows and all the guards seem to have completely disappeared.
Okay, off 2-7. What's everybody else?
Your school one. Okay.
Who's still alive? Sal, Snap,
Just the three, yeah.
And Amos, yeah? No. You Amos, Dom?
Yeah, Aros Thunderbeard, Gronk,
Oh, he's all right.
and Sales. And Ethan, our new challenger.
Dom's got smaller.
Ethan, what do you want Aros to do?
Play in the toilet.
You want him to climb in the toilet? Okay. Aros climbs into or on top of. Climbs on top of the toilet.
What happened?
You climbed into the toilet.
Okay.
I don't know if you can get out of that toilet. I don't even think there's a door. I think you could just stuck in there, mate. Oh, you got out.
No.
Oh.
Oh, he
He
lost
didn't
him.
like that. He's had enough. He's gone.
He's quiet.
He's back.
He's back. Back in the game.
Okay, Aros would like he mutters a prayer to the great Galloper, and basically says something along the lines of, "May the seas take you to a watery grave." I'm guessing we press on. Is there anything on these wolves?
Oh, hang on. I want to get this. I'm going to take this bag of seeds from this.
He's just got a bag of seeds. No, there's nothing.
Okay.
The wolves are just the wolves. They're just big dire wolf and a small wolf.
Aros seems to circle them, just prods them with his rod of alertness, not engaging anything with it, just sort of seeing if they're really dead.
Your cameras are off, mate. Yours and everyone's.
Ah, mine is. Okay.
So I've turned my camera off because I haven't got internet in the flat yet. I'm running it. I'm hotspotting it through my phone, and I cannot get the game to load.
That's right. Can you not get it to load at all? To load in?
I can log into it, but it's the black screen where it's trying to put everything through.
Yeah,
I can't see anything.
That once that's done, it should be all right. So it might just take longer than you think to get it in.
Yeah, that's the only reason I turned my camera off, just so it's less drain.
I can't remember what Aros's voice was, but okay. While we're waiting for sale, Aros he circles back and looks at Gonk and he says, "What do you think they're doing here? Where are they all gone, these pirates?"
To their grave.
Just as you're all chatting, you turn around and you notice sitting just on top of the toilet a figure.
Okay.
Let me show you his picture. An elf dressed in a cloak. He's sitting there on a rope, hanging from a rope across his fingers, hands free, and he's got a suitcase in front of him open, and he's just like rummaging through it with his fingers, just looking up every now and again, a bit edgy, just rummaging through it with his fingers like.
All right. Aros, he points his rod of alertness at him. He says, "Here, you. State your business."
He looks up, slightly closes the suitcase, looking generally suspicious, and he says, "Name's Hunter S. Gonza. I mix potions and kill. It's kind of my thing. Although, to be honest, I'm pretty wasted right now. I killed those guards and them strange cows, and the thrill got me all edgy, so I took the lot."
What potions you got?
Oh well, what have I got? I've got 2 bags of goatweed, 75 pellets of health revivers, 5 sheets of high-powered blotter poison, a salt shaker half full of ground witch's toe, a whole galaxy of multicoloured uppers, downers, screamers, laughers, and also a quarter tequila, quarter rum, case of honeymead, a pint of raw dark matter, and 2 dozen fey petals. Hold on.
How much are the health seeds, pellets?
Can't stop here. This is wolf country. And in a flash of smoke, he's gone.
All right. Aros looks at Gonk and he just says, "Did you see that?"
I think so. I'm not sure.
What a strange elf. What was his name? Hunter-esque something or other.
Gonzo.
Hunter-esque
Gonzo Hunter.
Hunter S. Gonzo. You must know who Hunter is. is.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Okay. Aros says, "Oh, as soon as it's quiet, I'm going to take a look around." And he starts strolling around the camp to see if he can spot anything that seems out of place.
The only thing you notice is quite different is it's literally completely empty. There's no guards on the parapets. There's no cows. Even all of the tents look like they've been rummaged through and completely empty now as well. There's just like pillows and sleeping bags strewn everywhere. There's this large building at the back that looks quite hefty, quite well designed and built. There's some massive iron doors on it.
Okay.
What's this thing? This structure I'm next to.
Where are you? That's just a
drop down.
Yeah, it's a watchtower where the guard dropped down and ran into the cave at the back.
Right, can I go up there?
Everard's in. Sorry, Sale Snap's here.
Oh, literally nothing in it.
You need to remove all your effects here, mate. Okay.
Yeah, I buffed him up.
Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of them.
Well, they probably last. I don't know actually.
No, they just go. I'll get rid of them.
I liked him glowing. Okay, Aros just motions out. He kind of how far is that? He shouts. He's like, "Here, Gonk, sail! I think I need some help with this building." I can't remember what Aros's voice was, so I'm just going with whatever comes out my mouth at the present.
Right.
Aros, he nudges Gonk. He says, "Here, shall we knock?"
Go on then. Try and open the door.
I'm going to knock first. With his rod of alertness, he bangs it, and he just says, "Hello."
So as you hit it, you feel the large, thick steelness of the door. There's no echo, no like reverb. It's just a doom, dead sound, and no response.
Heavy, sort of like dum, dum.
Yeah, like it feels like a real thick, solid piece of metal. There's no like give in the door, no weight to it, no echo from behind. It's just like.
Okay. Aros just attempts to open it.
No luck.
No.
Are there any windows down the sides?
No windows. It's so well sealed. There's barely a visible seam even around the edges. It's like a vault door. There's only a small spinning handle on the front.
Spinning handle, eh?
So I've got mage hand, but I think that's.
Aros is going to investigate this spindle or dial on the door.
So there's no visible markings, no holes, no locks. You spin it and it seems to spin purely freely, almost like it's just purely on ball bearings, and it just spins in either direction fluently with no stops, no starts, no nothing.
Right, I'll have a gander at the back of the building, see if there's anything around there.
I don't know. Can I investigate it? I don't know what.
That's all your investigations are telling you. That's all you can see. So you can roll an investigation and see if you can deduce any more. So Gonk looking at the back, it's just a big, thick, impenetrable wall. So the building just seems to go around.
All right, Gonk stands back. What's the roof made of?
Looks like tile from where you're standing, like a blue tile. So Aros's investigation deduces no more. He just spins the wheel left, spins the wheel right. Just seems to spin so smoothly. It's not even a noise to it as it spins. So.
How high up's the roof?
It's about 15 foot.
15 foot.
Okay, Aros just slaps the door and he's like, "The Great Galloper!" and just walks away. He's like, "God, see if you can sing a song to that door."
Gonk will move over, and he'll stick one of these barrels on its end and stand on it and try and jump up onto the roof.
So that'll get you just to hanging onto the roof like that. So if you want to pull yourself up, yeah, so you can pull yourself up quite easily and you step onto the roof, which sounds and feels just like a slate roof. You can sort of hear the rattling of the tiles underneath your feet.
Okay. I can't actually get on the roof. It won't let me. And these,
No, just pretend you're up there.
These angle bits, are they windows or anything?
I can't even see them.
On the roof, there's two kind
some like pitched bits that look like they should be.
They look like two eaves.
Yeah.
Oh, is there? So yeah, they are steel. So once you get up there, you notice that they're steel bars, like thick, solid steel bars, probably about I don't know, about a 4-inch radius, so 8 inches diameter. So really solid, thick. The gap between them is probably only about an inch each, but it means you can sort of peer down inside the building.
Okay, what can I see down inside?
You can see a whole armory of weapons, armor, crossbow bolts, like everything you could think of that could basically be used as an army.
Okay. Can I see how the door's locked from the inside?
No, you can't. Not the one that Aros is standing at. So the one that Aros is standing at is kind of obscured from underneath. The other door you can see from the inside to the left. There's a door over to the left-hand side, just to the northwest of the building. But from the inside, that one looks exactly like the outside of the southern door.
Okay. And you say it's like a slate roof I'm on?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to try and smash the roof then with my wall hammer.
Okay. So roll your strength.
Hang on. Oh, fucking hell, I'm sorry. Skills. Strength save, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Aros just shouts up, "Gonk, what are you doing?"
So Gonk swings with quite a hefty strength, smashes through the tiles. A whole set of tiles just rupture, smash, and a few of them actually slip, fly down towards Aros, standing just underneath. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. So Aros doesn't see them coming in time, takes a tile to the head for 1d4 damage.
Sorry.
Are you doing that or am I?
I just done it. You got 3.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, it was private. You got 3. And Gonk continues to smash through. The tiles all disappear. So, like a massive hole looks in it. Gonk, thinking he's destroyed and created a massive hole, finds that underneath the roof is made of the same solid steel as the door is, and it hasn't even been touched. It's not even a scratch or a mark on it from his swing.
Motherfucker.
Gonk, what are you playing at? Rubbing his head.
Gonk will jump back down then.
Sale Snap was at the other door, and having seen Aros giving it a go, he also slaps the door and just says, "All right, great galloper," and tries to get it to open.
He feels his palm hit against the solid cold steel, and again doesn't feel any movement, no echo, no nothing. It's almost like just slap of something that's just impenetrable and immovable.
What's the keyhole look like? Is it just a normal?
There isn't a keyhole. There isn't one. It's just this cylindrical spinner on the front of it that doesn't have any holes, doesn't have any nooks. Like, it's so well machined that the actual piece that runs around barely has a gap, and as it spins, it makes literally no sound at all.
Investigation check on it.
Yep.
Oh dear.
So Snap just looks completely befuddled at the door, just stares at it, and learns nothing more about it.
Seeing that we're not being exactly fruitful here, Eros says, "Yeah, maybe someone in that cave knows anything about these doors. One of the pirates scarpered in there."
Okay.
Oh, we've
Who
got
you
a
going
club.
first?
We've got a blowsy.
Hello.
He's not a closer.
Sorry, boys.
It's all right.
Knackered.
You all right?
Knackered.
Been up Wigan all weekend.
Wigan?
Wigan.
Northerners?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have fun?
Yeah, it's alright, mate. Yeah, it's little, like a family party thing. Alice's family put together.
Oh, lovely.
Not bad. What campaign are you playing?
The 24-hour one that you fell into the vicious goo. You're not dead, but you just fall into the vicious goo that Rum Tum Tum had mutated in. And that's the last we saw of him, I'm afraid.
I forgot that.
Yeah, I forgot that as well.
Oh. So do we press on, or is...
Well, as he's dead, we might as well.
Well, I don't know. Should we go back to town and maybe try and see if the Undertaker had...
Why don't we try exploring the massive cave in front of us?
I'd go with the cave while you were here.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go for the cave.
Currently, my game Foundry's not loading.
Yeah, it might take a little while.
Minutes.
Did you see the link in the...
Yeah, I clicked on it.
Did someone just go into the cave?
Oh, I did. Yeah, sorry.
Did it send you somewhere?
It's loading.
Oh.
Why? It's not money.
I hadn't set it up. I don't know where. I don't know where it's going to send you.
They won't let me go in.
Yeah, stop.
I don't know. I'm on a black screen.
Oh, it just says it sent you to nowhere. You'll be fine. You'll be right. Okay.
You in the never.
Okay.
I didn't warn me you're on stream.
Sorry, we're streaming.
That's all right. It's a good job I didn't say anything inappropriate.
Like Scrags says things inappropriate anyway. Right, sales. Okay, so you find yourself in a long, wide cave with carved steps in front of you. You can see there's been a lot of traversal backwards and forwards through this cave, and you can just hear some muttering a long way down the cave, and you can just see some distant lights bouncing off the walls. Ceiling's pretty high, probably like 40-50 feet up. It's quite dark. The walls are quite rugged. It's almost like a half natural cave that's had just some carving into it to allow people to traverse forwards into it. Blowsy, you will see something different.
Oh,
I see nothing, so I'm just going to watch the stream.
Until you see something, don't say a word. It'll all become clear momentarily.
I'm glad that's clear because I can't see a damn thing.
Right.
Okay.
Let's just check. I just check you've got your vision. Oh no, you don't have your vision. Hold on. That's probably why.
I don't have a token. It said.
Yeah, I've got that as well.
But what?
Oh,
No.
That flashed up for me, then disappeared, and I seem to be able to do stuff. So.
Yeah, I added you in after. Added you in after. You should all see a little bit now. So you've all got at least a mild sense of vision. When there's light, you'll see.
I can see a little bit. I haven't got my character.
Aros is going to attempt to just sort of stealthily move about the cave.
Well, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Actually.
Oh God.
Lovely. So Aros he bends down and tries to tread quietly into the cave.
He just says under his breath, he's like, "It's okay. The Great Galloper has our backs."
As you hear,
Only go
as he takes every step, and it echoes down the entire cave.
for a bit of stealth action also.
Can you see yours, Everard?
No.
Your cursor is over your counter on my screen.
Yeah, I know. I can see. It just says sales. It says sales net, but there's no picture, and I can't.
Right, let me just try again. Now,
Hey, there we go. Thank you, mate.
can you see yours yet, Blaze?
Got a black screen at the moment, mate.
Good. I'm going to delete you for a sec.
Right. I'm gonna, in this case, seeing everyone else trying to go stealth, I will then also try a stealth check. Which I don't think I have disadvantage. I think I get round it because I've got.
Gonk is treading particularly quietly, his soft padded feet slowly making their way through the cave.
I can't see you guys anymore. You must be really stealthy. Oh, I can see a bit of blood. Oh, I can see someone. I can see a person that looks like they're next to like a torture rack kind of thing. And then
You can hear muttoning. What you can also see is laying on the table unconscious Slack Panther, and she currently seems to be twisting and toying with his fur, muttering to herself as a strange looking lady just leaning over him.
Okay, I'll still move forward slightly.
I just want to see if I can use my rod of alertness.
Okay.
Can you see now, Lowe's?
It's like it's refreshed for me at the moment.
How would I find just like I want to use my rod of alertness to detect evil and good.
You can
I don't know how I do that.
cast it. Is that what it is? I don't know.
But how do I find it? I don't know. I can't cast it from the item.
Are you have you got it?
It just says while holding the rod, you can use an action to cast one of the following spells from it: detect evil and good, detect magic, detect poison and disease, or see invisibility. But I can't seem to do anything with them.
Got it here. Rod of alertness. You can use an action to cast one of the following spells: detect evil and good, detect magic, detect poison and disease, or see invisibility.
Yeah.
So you want to cast detect good and evil, do you?
Yes, please. Yeah. Yeah. So Aros just he slams the rod down. Well, actually, no, he doesn't slam it down because he's trying to be stealthy. He kind of just sort of places it down.
So you'll know for the duration if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fail, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you. So at the moment you sense no such thing around you.
Okay, fine.
Gonk slowly moves about and sees that this woman seems to be hurting Slack Panther.
She doesn't seem to be hurting him. She just seems to be toying around with him and muttering to herself while she's doing it.
Just spawned in. I can see the game now.
Yeah, so you're
on a torture table.
You are unconscious. So the whole cave now stinks of blood. You can see wretched, putrid past blood, and it's not all fresh. There's a lot of like congealed, crusty blood lying around. And just next to her on the table is what looks like a set of implements for cutting open animals or cadavers.
Gonk's had enough, and he unleashes Eldritch Blast at her, thinking that he's torturing his friend or companion.
Oh. Go on then.
Of all the people to get a range spell, why did it have to be him?
God. Okay, that's a hit.
What the fuck it is?
So she's immediately knocked unconscious before she even get a chance to speak.
Fuck's sake.
Can we not kill her?
She's unconscious. She's unconscious.
Okay,
unless God wants to kill her.
No, go on, course, up to you, mate.
Does
all
it not fling her like Does it not fling her 10 foot?
He smashed into the table that Slack Panther was on, and Slack Panther sort of rouses too, comes into consciousness. Can't really remember how he got here or what happened, but he's feeling pretty rough all the same.
Gonk walks over. Can I untie Slack Panther?
He's not tied up, he was just unconscious on the table. So as you walk over, hold on a sec. My sound's really loud and the dripping.
Yeah, so is mine.
I don't know how to. How do you turn it down?
I've just turned down my master and then upped like your guys' voices.
I want to turn down the volume on Foundry.
Oh,
You can just
must
mute
be,
it on the top. On the browser tab, there's a
but
speaker
I
icon.
like the dripping. It adds to the.
I'm not on a browser. I don't want to turn it off. I just want to turn it down.
You can open your volume mixer, then right-click on the sound on your taskbar and click Open Volume Mixer.
Yeah, but will that do? I just want to do Foundry VTT.
I've got global volume controls.
No, mine's not on. I'm not in a browser. Mine's actually running in an app, so I need to turn the app down.
Yeah, you could turn the app down in there. Yeah.
Oh, well, global volume controls works for me. Perfect.
Where's that?
This on the music icon.
Yeah, that's it. I see it. I see it. Ambient. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's better. Quite. I mean, it's good, but that was like water torture.
There's a lot of dripping going on.
Quiet. Even still was quite loud.
It's all my blood.
Yeah, dripping out of Slack Panther. Oh god.
Am I allowed to do something else now, or?
Guess
No.
not.
So as you approach the table, it's still really loud. As you approach the table, what the fuck is that? The dripping stops, and you hear a low growling sound from the northeast of the cave.
I want to.
Can I just quickly do a survival check to see if I can determine what type of ground it is or what it's from?
Yep. So it's not distinguishable as an animal, but it has a distinctly familiar sound to it. Something that you feel is familiar to you.
Sale Snap uses his Fumagatory to project the exact same sound back in the same direction.
The sound echoes around the cave, and the noise is returned with more force from the corner.
Right, I'm gonna do cure wounds on Slack. Ooh. Healing. Better than nothing.
Did that actually apply? I've got an apply button here.
I think it did. He went all fizzy and sparkly, and it seems to have gone up a little bit.
I think it did.
Yeah, seeing Gonk's actions, Thunderbeard places his hands upon Slack and attempts to cure wounds upon him. Ah. Maybe not then. I've got no level 1 spell slots left.
So the growling at that grows louder, and you see from the rear of the cave step out into the light. What you all sort of taken back as it steps in. You see Slack Panther, but it's not Slack Panther. It's basically Slack Panther if he was naked. This is this large, heavy, full-standing, black wolf-like tabaxi type creature. But you can see in its eyes very little intelligence. It seems to just be staring, breathing deeply through its nose, and staring at Slack Panther and back at the adventurers as they enter.
So is Slack Panther, is he conscious or is he completely unconscious?
You know, he's conscious now. Slack Panther's conscious. He's feeling very delicate after his ordeal, and he's still not remembering what's going on. But Slack Panther actually is feeling quite heavy right now in his mind. Like his brain is racing, like all the sounds of the cave and the feeling of the cave. Like he's starting to get these flashbacks. It feels like years ago, but it feels like recent all at the same time. And he's just so confused. His mind is just a mangled mess of unknown at the moment. He's almost like in a state of anxious panic from being in this room.
Okay. Does the naked Slack, does he look like he's gonna, what are his intentions?
So well, you can roll.
Insight, would that be?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, roll your insight.
so Aros, he ganders over at the other Slack to see if he can determine what this beast's actions might be.
So you can see just sort of a animosity to him. He doesn't look aggressive, but he looks like a trapped animal, a cornered animal who doesn't know whether it's going to fight or flight yet.
What I'm going to step across behind Gonk, and I'm going to have a look at this. Who's this? Is it a she or a he?
It is I'll show you a picture of her, as we didn't get a chance because Gonk just smashed her. It's a humanoid female. She's wearing some strange robes. Her eyes look like there's no pupils in them at all, and she's just covered in blood all down her robe. She's got really long fingernails, and she's just holding on to a small pair of scissors in her unconscious hand.
I'll grab her and give her a little bit of slap, see if she wakes up.
So the slap does indeed rouse her from her unconsciousness. She looks up and her eyes widen, and you still see there's like no pupils in her eyes at all.
I guess I found nothing then. Okay.
Apparently. Who are you? Gonk says to the no-eyed.
She looks up and stares deeply into Gonk's eyes, and she says, "Ah, you are a beautiful specimen. What a bugbear you are to behold! Such fine strength. I sense intelligence in you too. You're a bugbear maybe I could be friends with."
What are you doing with our friend?
Your friend? I was simply trying to help him, to bring him back from the mortal realm.
Okay. Aros, is she still on the floor?
Yep.
Okay, Aros kicks her and says, he just says, "By the great Galloper, why is there two of him?"
She looks up. She goes, "Ah, such a strong kick. I felt that pure rage inside you. It was beautiful. I would like to know more about how that feels to be you, the strength, the power, how to give it all out. You are truly a beautiful beast."
Okay. Aros just looks at Gonk and he uses the butt of the rod of alertness to knock her out.
Sail Snap moves between the two Slack Panthers.
Oh, upon moving, just change that. The animal becomes even more anxious by the closeness of Sail Snap, and it just rolls a roll.
Roll the roll. What, like
It
a
just
sushi roll?
rolls a roll.
Or
Rolls a roll, and I don't know what roll is. It's a roll of a roll, but it's a critical, and on that, it feels a whole sway of confident strength burst from inside. He swings out its arm, lets out a huge roar which echoes around the chamber, and he launches towards Sail Snap, making an attack.
Ah, wonderful.
Right, I'm having a piss quickly.
Are we initiativing or can we?
Yeah, no, we're in. He's going to make his. We're just initiative. We won't call it a surprise attack. We'll call it initiative.
So I can't take an action before initiative.
Afraid not, mate.
And am I conscious and functional?
You are, yes. You are fully functional. If not, still a little bit like unsure. Like the whole atmosphere in here is causing you a little bit of distress. So sometimes you may have to do some rolls to see if Slack Panther is able to retain his composure.
Another question. Am I significantly lower level than everybody else to the point where I'm going to die, or am I alright?
No, you should be level 4. They're all level 4.
Yeah, I'm level 4.
Yeah, they didn't get much further when you died, mate. There's a lot of fucking about.
We went to the pub, we had a cage fight. Well, Rob had a cage fight.
Rob had a cage fight.
We watched for about an hour and a half.
You
Yeah.
went to Don't Go In.
I've now.
They did. They went to the Don't Go In. Finally.
Alright,
What's that doing there?
so I'll roll my initiative if I can remember what I'm doing. Good to be back, boys.
I think I get advantage on my initiatives with the rod of alertness. Yeah, while holding the rod, you have advantage on wisdom checks and rolls initiative. Lovely.
And you're carrying a ray of frost there, so you picked out the best of that loot.
Oh, I've got that pistol thing I wanted to sell.
Sorry, chaps.
My internet's gone completely dilally. in a crucial moment.
Oh, here he is. Rowan 20s.
Have I had any sort of rest whilst being dead?
No.
Okay, I'm coming into this with nothing then.
Yep.
Nutri theme. Okay. Right, I'm gonna go big. What's Nutri Fiend got on him? Is he
Nothing.
completely naked?
It's just the same exact shape and look as Sack Panther, but completely naked and just animal like.
I'm gonna cast Shatter, which I don't know how do I share it on here? I don't know how to share it.
If you write, I don't know.
If I right click, then I can see it. AA? What's AA mean? Oh. Right, anyway, there's a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point that I choose. It takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed what is it? Constitution save and half on a whatever. I'm just gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna go for it. Yep.
Does any of your story this far to the other adventurers? Is there any reason why you think there might be another tabaxi in their room?
Nah.
Oh.
That little fella's got to do a Constitution saving throw.
Rolls an 8. Yeah, his keeps popping on.
Alright, so that's going to be a hit, isn't it? So he takes 11 thunder damage.
You should have targeted him, mate. Didn't target him.
I did.
It didn't come up. Never mind. Yeah, I just took it off now.
And then Dog's going to move around to here. What's this bullshit?
Oh, I just took it off again. It must have been after you clicked something.
Yeah, something else popped up when I moved, and
Okay. Yeah, I've got to add that.
Did I roll initiative, or did it not come through before I crashed out?
Yeah, you got to. No, you haven't rolled it. It didn't come through.
I quickly roll.
Okay, there you go. Is that your go? I haven't even started combat yet. Begin combat. No longer gonks go. Sail snap. That shatter, does it stay, or is that just over and done?
No, it should be done.
Okay.
Hang on.
Double click him to target. Trying to remember.
Right click. Double right.
Thank you. Right. Very confused about the two tabaxis in front of him. Sail Snap just kind of stands there with his head just turning between the two, going, friend, 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 friend. Just doesn't quite know what to do. And
Get slapped.
seeing as this one's attacked him, I'll swing back with kebab skewer.
That's a hit. Oh, yes.
As the blow lands, he just kind of looks and just says, "Not friend."
Okay.
Okay. Aros, seeing that the other Slack Panther is now enemy, he plants the rod of alertness into the ground, and a bright light seems to emanate from him in a 60-foot radius, giving everyone +1 AC. And that is his go done. I can't actually cast it. I don't know how we're going to do that, but
Check this out.
So I like how you your little your staffs under your avatar.
sorry.
Yeah, like you've got
Yeah.
your one of alertness and thing. Is that because you're attuned to him? Is it?
Well, I've got the Staff of Frost. Is not equipped. The Rod of Alertness is.
All right.
It should be.
Is that your go?
That's my go done. So
Okay.
yeah, everyone gets +1 AC. There's various other things, but I don't think they're going to be anything for this situation.
The strange Slack Panther looking wolf like tabaxi roars in anger and just unleashes furious blows at Sailsnap. With its multi-attack, it first swipes with its claws. Which hits for 8 damage.
Including my +1 AC.
Whatever your AC is right now, your AC right now I've got is 18.
I still would have hit because with the +1 it's 19.
Okay. It got 20 in total as well.
Yeah, sorry mate.
And then it tries to chomp down, biting into Sailsnap. Oh, but it bites down onto a piece of Sailsnap's armor. You wearing armor?
I am wearing arm chain.
And a piece of the chain that's loose just splashes up through its jaw, causing it 1d4 damage. And it reels backwards away from him as it stabs up through its nose, just like brushing at its snout.
I've just spotted its name, Nutri-Fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah, the names give it away a little bit. But to be fair, you were supposed to speak to the fucking woman first.
Well, look, you can't account for Shagger, Elby.
I know. I'm aware of that now. I plan much on the basis that everyone is just going to die.
Well, hang on. I got her back up and started speaking to her, and then the fucking goat knocked her out again. You can't blame me for this one, can you?
We definitely can.
Wow.
You shot her in the back of the head with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, to protect our friend, I came over and I tried to heal him, and then I woke up the tart to start speaking to her, and the goat knocked her out.
Fair play.
No, can't blame me for this one. I'm not taking anything.
Fair cop, mate.
Upon being bitten, seeing this backfire, Sailsnap just stares like a little beaky smile comes over. Just goes, "Not friend."
Slack Panthers go.
So, Slack, awakening, a bit dazed and confused, not really sure what's been happening for quite some time and really not aware of anyone healing him or doing any good to him at all. Just awakens to his feral instinct and sees a bird right in front of him, and naturally, without even thinking or hesitating, the inner hunter of his feralness, his tabaxi class, just takes a swipe at Sail Snap.
As he does as well, like almost the vision of Salsnap disappears, and he sees in the cave just flashes of images of other faces, a darkened skin half elf, blood everywhere, and he just feels this raw pain and pressure like burning through his body, and he's just in a state of frenzied, aggressive panic as well from being in the cave. You can roll now.
Sorry, Sail.
Outrageous.
It is a bit outrageous, but it is what a cat would do.
In this situation as well, I mean, knowing the situation, Slack Panther would act exactly this way in this situation. He's just his animal instincts of survival is just taking over right now. He just really doesn't want to be in his cave.
So he swipes, but just he's weak and frail and barely lifts his arm off the table and misses.
Even more confused, Sail Snap now looks at the real Slack Panther and just looks at him, like tips his head to the side, just says, "Not friend." Just see him like grab a grip the hilt of his sword a bit harder.
Gonk.
Well, seeing all this going on, Gonk moves up one. Using his long reach, he swings his Morning Star at Nutri. We'll call him Nutri, shall we?
One lummy.
Attack. Hit him. Fucked up.
No, the wolf-like creature, now in survival mode, just ducks and dives, dodging the blow, dashing into the darkness.
Gonk decides to go crazy and moves one step in.
Oh, he's not even hanging around anymore. He's going toe to toe.
And and ends his go.
Sail Snap.
Just looking between the two, again, having a bit shocked that he's like stepped up to check on his friend, and the fact there's two of them, and they both seem to be attacking him. Sail Snap's very confused at this point, and just, can I ready an attack so if someone goes to hit me, I can just swing back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just ready an attack for the next one that attacks me. Just unsure, so I'll just like literally just hold the shield up in front of my face, my sword in the other hand, and just flick my vision between the two of them.
Yeah. Aros.
Aros, he seems confused at the present, and he's keeping his rod of alertness firmly planted in the ground, and he's just like, "Great Galloper, give you strength," and that's his go done.
Oh, really? The beast, feeling cornered and trapped by this bugbear, just comes out raging, just roars in his face. Deep, thick, bloody substance just starts drooling from either side, partially blood, some of something else, and he just lashes out with his claws at Gonk.
Do it. The armor classes.
Oh, it slashes at nothing but armor. doesn't manage to get, so instead just draws back, spits blood as he roars everywhere and just tries to bite down instead with his massive teeth. Gonk again manages to deflect the blow, and that is the end of his go. Slack Panther.
Black's senses starting to come back to him a little bit, still feeling a bit hungry, very tempted to take another swipe at the bird standing in front of him, but he senses there's some kind of reason that he is where he is, and he has some sort of purpose, and just sort of tries to regain himself a little bit, really, and I thought I could cast something, but I actually have nothing. So he just sort of stands up off of the table and sort of gathers himself and moves into the darkness whilst he figures out what's going on.
Gonk.
Gonk rubs his genital area quite viciously, and then unleashes poison spray.
Is that where it? Explain where the spray comes from.
He's Spider-Man.
Is what? Sorry.
He's Spider. From where? From his pants.
No, different type of Spider-Man. I don't think you understand what Spider-Man is.
I don't know if I should.
Well, I just had to check.
Basically, poison spraying over the Nutri bullet or whatever his name is.
The
Nutribullet.
the Slack Panther looking. Oh, look at them ghostly dice.
So,
Okay, what?
Anyway, you need to take it. I don't know why it's doing this. You need to do a Constitution saving throw.
Of 10, I can see it.
Hmm?
I can see it. It tells me DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Saves Constitution.
Oh.
Oh no!
Wow.
No damage on save.
That means you get nothing from that.
It does. Tells me.
And that's the end of my go.
Oh dear. Yeah, the problem is the poison spray couldn't get into any of his orifices because they're all filled with blood.
Must be that.
Cell Snap.
More convinced now of which one is the enemy. South Snap steps forward, and I'll take a swing again at this one.
Ooh.
Ugh.
4 damage. A slash slicing through the thick, hardened leather skin of the monstrosity, drawing blood.
And that's the end of my go. I'm not going to smite him just yet.
Aros.
Okay. So Eros is obviously in full concentration. Well, he's not actually he looks like he's concentrating with his staff, but he looks up and sees his fellow companions, and he says, "The Great Galloper blesses you," and casts prayer of healing upon his fellow companions. then Sail Snap and Gonk get a one weapon attack against a creature of their choice. Oh, and Slack Panther does as well if he wants to. But
Oh, sorry.
the Great Galloper has hurt you. No.
What's going on? We get what? 12.
I did it.
So I targeted you, but obviously didn't work.
Yeah, it's fine. I get a thing come up and it tells me who to heal, but instead of doing heal, I did ×1, and it just thought that was damage. But I've done it.
Okay, so Gonk and Sail Snap, you get basically a free attack upon the Neutra Fiend.
Do we get that straight away then? Do we?
Yep.
After
Well,
being range.
that's a pretty powerful.
Well, if you've got, I don't know, if you've got a range weapon, you could use it.
I've got a cantrip.
It has to be a weapon attack, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've got no ranged weapon attack that I can use from here.
Well, I suppose I'll twat him with me morning star then. Oh, fucking card. Oh, yeah. This one. Sorry.
The Great Galloper is not in your favour. Critical fail. What happens then? Sure, it's
Oh,
gonna be-
sorry. I was trying to do something. What happened? Oh,
Crit failed against.
well, I mean, there's only one. What is it that you're swinging?
Morning
Star.
Oh dear. Well, swinging a morning star like that with quite a large reach straight across a large beast that ducks out of the way. I'm afraid there's only one thing that happens. Poor Sail Snap is directly in the way of the swing. So Sail Snap rolls a dexterity saving throw of 10 or more to try and avoid the blow that he can see swinging his way. Oh, Sail Snap, unable to react in time, just stares down the Morning Star. So roll the damage, Gonk. Ah, taking in 4 piercing damage from Gonk's unfortunately awry blow.
Apologies. My.
Aris he just seems to blink at what's just happened.
Again, Sail Snap just looks around, just going, "Not friend."
So, are you going to attack as well, Sail Snap? Or have you, is
Yeah.
that...
Did you take the 4 off of yourself there, Sail Snap?
I didn't know. Give me a second. Sorry.
Well, Sail Snap does hit. Oh, the beast now looking weak and its anxiety taking over, seems to be struggling with his fight or flight instinct at the moment. Is that your go?
That's my go.
Oh, it's just that hit and then Aros, yeah. So he rolls his fight or flight, and his rage builds up inside, and he sees no opportunity to retreat, and so he just goes down swinging hard. He was fighting Gonk, wasn't he? So he attacks Gonk with his claws first. Which misses, and then he attempts to bite him. Oh! He critical fails, him looking weak and stumbling now. He staggers, losing his footing, and he falls prone onto the floor. Slack Panther's going. So Slack Panther, your mind also is coming a lot back to you now. Now that all that healing effects is coming on, but you're still feeling this sort of entrapment by this cave, and you're getting all these random memories and flashbacks coming to you that you just can't make sense of. They're just racing through your mind.
Yeah, with all the healing, he sort of feels enraged and sort of pumped, and almost like something inside him has been activated again. It's like he's awoken another part of himself that doesn't really make much sense to him. But he instantly sees another tabaxi and starts to hate everything that he stands for, and runs over to him as fast as he can, and sees him laying prone on the floor, and whips out his Mr. Floppy and tries to chop his head off. Just put an end to him. I guess I got advantage there.
Wow, that's an amazing
little
monologue with Mr. Floppy.
Yeah. The as you swing, you look down and you see the eyes flash back at you, and its eyes have some sort of knowing, some sort of memory that you see inside yourself, and it causes you to just lose concentration for a moment, enough that you miss both.
And then he just sort of bit stunned and a bit confused by the reaction there of himself and the look in the other cat's eyes, and just takes a step back.
Right. I'm guessing he's still prone, so I get advantage, yeah?
Yeah, still prone.
So, yeah, I'm going to try and cave his head in with my Morning Star.
There's a hit. Hit hell.
Wow.
Yeah, so with all power directed towards it, it stares. It doesn't even. Huh?
I'm killing it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's So yeah, you're killing it, but its eyes never ever, at any point, even as it dies, take their stare away from Slack Panther. It just stares deeply into Slack Panther's eyes, and as it dies, Slack Panther just feels a stagger in his chest, almost like a force just hit him, like something's just like stabbed or pushed him backwards. It just has to rally himself again as the creature dies.
Cool. So then Gonk moves over to the unconscious, the woman elf thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Well, that's the end of the combat.
Right, can I pick her up then and stick her on the what looks like a torture table?
Yeah.
And strap her down.
Aros kind of he releases this the bright light from the rod of alertness. He says, "Gonk, what are you planning here?"
Information.
Okay.
Gonk walks
Aros.
over and picks up the sword.
Aros, he wanders away and turns a blind eye.
Gonk picks up the saw and then walks back over and attempts to wake up whatever it is.
So it takes a little bit longer this time, but eventually, after a bit of shaking, she begins to rouse, and her eyes, pupilless, turn to look at you.
Is she bleeding at all?
Yeah, she's got a big cut like down the left-hand side of her head, and there's just a small trickle of blood starting to pour down her cheek and fall into her neck crevice.
I'll wipe the blood off, or capture some of the blood with a saw, and then lick the blood off the saw. And go.
Right, okay.
At that moment, her eyes like flicker and her eyelids flatter, and she just looks up and says, "See, brute power. To know what goes on in the mind of such a beautiful beast would be glorious."
What are you doing here?
She looks and just smiles a wry smile and tries to use her charisma. And with her sexual prowess, she smiles from one small corner of her mouth and she says, "Oh, you would love to know what I'm doing here. Perhaps stay a while. Be a lover of mine and we shall do great things together, great bugbear." And you do feel quite enamoured by it. She's quite a hefty amount of charisma on there.
She's a hefty charisma, is she?
She's used a lot of her charisma. She's outrageously flirting, and you're feeling quite drawn into her gaze. In fact, you haven't even noticed, but you've slowly moved closer to her.
Wow. Anybody else going to?
Aris is he's listening, but he doesn't want to get involved with any kind of torturous activity. So he's keeping his distance for the time being. But he doesn't actually see you being drawn closer in your bulging erection.
Donk licks the side of her face, the blooded side of her face, and gives her a big sniff.
She breathes heavily and sensually into your face as you come in close, and she just goes, "Oh, the smell of great glory."
What are you gonna do, Gonk?
Well, I don't know. I was hoping somebody else like.
Well, I might slip in, but I'm gonna see what you do first.
I don't know.
All right. Eros, he peers over and sees Gonk seems to be drawn to her. He strides over. He's like, "But the Great Galloper, what are you doing?"
Lick it up.
She whispers into Gonk's ear essentially. She rolls her charisma. Oh, it's not so powerful this time. Gonk seems to be having the power of her charisma broken by Aros, and she says, "Don't listen to this great beast. You are greater than he will ever know. You should allow me to help you grow stronger." But he's in two minds now. Like Aros stepping in has kind of broken that mesmeric spell that she kind of had over him, and Gonk is kind of coming back to himself.
Gonk can move down a little bit then.
All right, okay.
And then says, "What are you doing here?" To her.
She just smiles a wry smile and she says, "I am helping the animals, of course."
Helping them do what? Die?
She rolls her deception. "I do not help creatures die, simply become better," she says.
Okay. Aros he steps forward and he says, "The Great Galloper does not agree with whatever you're doing here, but I can see that you have some skills. What precisely are you doing?" And he does a persuasion check.
Or quite a strong persuasion. She seems to now be feeling the power of these people surrounding her. She just turns, closes her eyes for a second. She opens them back up, and they're just black as night, just swirling pools of black. And she just speaks in a much more guttural tone. She says, "I serve the god of death, necromancy, creation. Nothing is beyond my limits. I know how you all tick. I understand your deep and greater being." And then she closes her eyes again, and they flick black to white. She just flickers her eyes, and she says, "I am here to help the creatures."
Aros, upon hearing this, he looks at Gonk and he says, "That sounds rosy." And then he says, I think we should leave her tied up and explore some more."
Gonk licks her face again.
Aros, as you head towards that corner, you notice a dark, shadowy figure in the top left corner of the cave, but you can't make out from where you're standing exactly what it is.
So I can sense that something's there, can I?
You can just see the outline of a shape, like a I don't know, it could be human, beast, it could be anything. You can just see like a head, shoulders slumped, sort of sitting down in a position, curled into the corner, and all you can make out is just the faint outlines of it in the darkness.
Okay. Upon seeing this, Aros he moves his hands in such a way from his shield, and he bursts. It emanates light upon his rod of alertness.
The light emanates. Oh, sorry, go on.
Quick note on that. I've got devil's vision, so I should be able to see like in anything, and it's still quite dark up there for me.
Yeah, I mean you can see, but just from where you are, you can't make out the features of it. It's just what's that? Okay. But so the light emanates, and as the light radiates over, you see the bandit who'd run into the cave slumped backwards into the corner. He seems to have taken an arrow and stabbed it directly through his own skull and penetrated it into the wall behind. And he's just sitting there still with it in his hand in his head like that, just lying backwards.
I'm guessing I can tell that it was the pirate from earlier.
Yeah, you can tell it was him. He's dead now.
Alright, I'll stride over and investigate his corpse.
So, in his pockets, you find nothing of value except a note. It's a receipt, in fact, handwritten from the "Don't Go In" for quite a large round of drinks, and a note at the bottom that says "From your friends, Nutribar." Nutrine bars, they're called. Sorry, Nutrine bars.
Okay, let's take a note of that. Nothing else value or?
No, nothing. Just his worn and tattered clothing, his battered and bruised weapons and armament. No use.
Okay. I'm guessing, is it pretty obvious that the cause of death was his own arrow in the head?
Yeah, you can tell he's done it himself. I don't know how, but you can tell he did it himself.
Okay. Right, okay, I'll just make a note of this. If someone else wants to do some stuff.
Right, Gonk will just have a little wander about, see if we can see any other entrances or exits.
So the rest of the cave seems completely sealed, quite high. Literally no entrances, no exit, no lights coming in from anywhere. It's the sort of fires and torches burning. It's just, like I say, blood spewed all over the floor, sprayed around. There's signs of struggle in the blood sometimes, like claw marks or hand marks, like drawn and dragged across it. It looks like some pretty bad and brutal things have gone in this cave.
I'm going to try a... Is this woman still alive?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she's still alive.
I want to try intimidation on her.
Okay.
So see if I can intimidate her. Where the fuck is it? Skills? Intimidation. No, it's not that high. Oh, no, that's not going to do that.
No, she simply looks at you and smiles her smile and just continues her attempt at flattery. She also she just looks at you and she says, "You can try, but Temi Al-Orsath is not to be intimidated."
Upon hearing that, Sail Snap steps to the other side of the table and mimics back. Just says, "Not to be intimidated," and leans right over, putting his beak right up against her.
Let's go for a piss.
And she flicks her head around and she says,
+4.
she says,
+4 and proficient. Jesus Christ.
bats her eyes and just says, "Beautiful bird, such a fine specimen, and you walk so gracefully too."
Max smells a lot of bullshit going on in the room. A bit unsure about what's right and what's wrong over here, and walks over to the situation and tries to get some insight as to what the lady is. He feels very much connected to her one way or another, but he's not sure if she's friend or foe.
So you detect that she looks human. There's definitely a sense of evil about her, but she doesn't appear to be aggressive or dangerous, at least not in a fighting kind of way.
I better not chop her up then.
But she's looks. You can tell that she's clearly some sort of compulsive liar, and she seems to be the sort that's just going to try and use her flattery to get herself out of anything.
What's happened?
I've still got a saw in my hand. Can I? Is she strapped up?
Yeah. You chained her up. I think.
Will this be too bad?
I'd like to try and talk to her.
Okay, go on then. Before
you chop her head off. I'm gonna, while she's into the table and there's all the torture tools around, I'm gonna try and intimidate her by picking up one of the tools that looks like something that would pull off her fingernails, and try and talk some sense out of her and see what the hell's going on and why I'm here. I'm pretty pumped and raging right now as to what's going on, and I'm in need of information.
Do you want to roll? You're
It's a 9, by the way, not a 3.
Yeah, your intimidation. Your intimidation just comes across as pure rage. She looks at you and she just turns. She says, "I know rage like yours. If only I had been around for your creation. Perhaps I would understand you more. If I'd had more time, I could have figured it out. Alas, your friends have saved you just in time."
Sounds like she was about to kill me. Maybe, I don't know.
Sensing, obviously, maybe people want some blood here. Aros steps forward and says, maybe we should take her back to town for more interrogation.
We could just do it here.
Well, we haven't been very fruitful so far, apart from the blackout she had, and then start spouting off necromancy.
All right. Do you want to knock her out again then?
Yeah.
I'll carry her.
Let's take her back to town. I reckon. What's his face? Can't remember his name now.
Red face.
No, the guy. He put us on this quest.
Lord Offerton.
What, Lord
Offerton.
Offerton?
Oh, that's the one.
No, not Lord Offerton. Sorry, Lord Offerton's the bloke who runs the town.
Oh, so yeah, the noble guy who I literally have no idea what his name was. I can't remember. If
No, it is Lord Offerton runs. Yeah, he's still on the quests.
No,
Nutriban
it wasn't.
thingy, particularly.
Oh, the Nutrien bar stuff he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was another guy who sent you on the thingy. It was a noble of the upper quarters who was having his things.
Yeah, I haven't got his name written down.
I can't remember.
Nah, I can't remember either. It was like Tristan or something, wasn't it? Tristan.
Lord Tristan. Yeah, that was his name.
Right.
Yeah, maybe we'll take her back to him.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I have got a note that actually says this girl's name. I've got Timmy Asoslav, religious argument, but I've got no more notes other than that. And I wish I saw that before we Eldritch bolted her in the back of the head.
I haven't got anything like that.
Yeah, I didn't know you'd met her already.
No, it was before. I don't know how I just had that. I've got that. That's one of my notes. I had that. I had upper quarter. They love money and God. Then Temi Asoslav, religious argument.
Oh, she is one of the created NPCs, but I didn't think I'd built her. So.
And then then I've got.
Excellent. Well, I reckon let's take her back and then
Okay.
see if we can work what's going. Well, see what's happening.
I'll carry her.
So you want to carry her back to town, yeah? So it's getting towards late evening now as well. Do you want to just head straight back to town?
Oh, we could let's have a long rest here, shall we?
Yeah, do that.
We'd
We
have a
should
long
do it in the camp, or
We'll do
The
it.
fortress is completely empty now. It'd be pretty safe to do it in the camp if you wanted to do it in the camp.
okay.
Alright, we'll do that. Utility. We go now, just
so
for a
just,
long rest.
no, just do it now, and then I'll move you after.
Is it a new day or is it?
Yes, so it'll be a new day.
Not sure how that affects it, but I'm guessing any spells that are only for a day. I don't know.
Meow.
What are these dots at the top left of people's boxes?
Empty balls. That's who's targeting them.
Did you say clumsy balls?
Yeah. Yeah, he
that's who's targeting them. So if you target someone, it shows you who's targeting you. So everyone has a colour. It'll show you who's targeting who.
Not letting me long rest.
Well, under utility.
Yeah, like a modal pops up for a split second and disappears. Try and refresh it, see if that does it.
I just grab a beer. Oh, no. Yeah, no. Oh.
For some reason, we're not live. I don't think. I go on to I go onto Twitch and it says Ready Steady Go is hosting nerdy.
I know it's saying there's 2 people watching it on mine.
I try and get into it, and it just keeps going back to this nerdy thing.
There's something about games.
I'm seeing an advert right now.
It just says Ready Steady Go hosting nerdy coffee.
There is one thing that can't be stopped.
Feelings.
It is
Yes, I
streaming
do
to
know
it,
it's
but I
just-
don't know how that works with
And if you
Rob's.
can feel it,
I think Rob's maybe taken over because they're doing a crowdfunder for something.
Yeah, maybe. We're on Facebook.
That's
Oh,
real
well,
magic.
never mind. Okay.
So thank you, so much.
So are we outside now?
What we're going to do now is we're going to take a very
Yeah,
short
we're
break,
live on
just while we make
Facebook.
a little bit of adjustments
Okay.
to the.
Are we
to
outside the
camera
cave, or are we?
setup, the little sofas setup that we've got here, and
So we'll do this.
we'll be a little bit.
Listening to- So, no. So if you just want to go, you want to head back to town, yeah? Stop
I thought there was one more building, wasn't there? That doesn't
There's
matter.
one we can get in, wasn't there?
Oh, there's,
Should we
there's,
maybe explore down? Should we explore down here a bit more? See if there's another way out.
there definitely is another way out in the cave. The cave is completely sealed. Sorry, that's me moving you around. You can head back out to the fort if you want to do more in the fort, or you can head off back towards town.
I know
Point
that
is,
that
I'd like
house.
to get in the armory.
Yeah, the armory.
Okay. Okay.
We haven't tried any magical forceful entry, have we?
No, we haven't as yet.
That's it. Can you all see somebody?
Yeah, I can see everything.
We'll assume you've got the lady with you. I'll get her back out if we need her.
Yeah, that's fine. See some dead wolves.
Yeah, that's all. You missed the fun of slaying wolves, hiding under trees, and complete delirium.
I have no idea where we are either.
We're at a pirate fort.
We got in-
These
Slack wouldn't know where he was. He the last he knew he was in the sewers and
yeah.
he had
Alright.
just slain Bunty.
Can I well, unless Slack wants to ask one of us what we're doing here, I'm going to do an Arcana check on the door to see if I can determine if it's magically sealed or not. So Eros to say if his hands kind of rub over the door, looking like
Yeah.
a professional.
His hands uncover nothing. It feels just completely smooth to the touch.
Hmm. So have you still got some of that red stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know if that would be. I don't know.
Bag. Get your bag out.
You got the baggie?
No one knows I've got it, do they? Other than me at this point. I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
Okay.
So there's no kind of key or anything. It's just
There's just a spinning circle on the door. Just spins in either direction loosely.
all right. Can I see if that from the pirate I got that? There was that
bag of
thing, wasn't
seeds and and a piece of fur, which you
Oh.
now realise. You now looked at now. You realise that fur was from the beast in the cave as well. You can sense its thick, black, dense fur.
So it's not anything key related to get in that thing.
No.
I'm gonna
You
try.
can
I'm
see.
gonna just go whack it against the door or try and stick it in somewhere to try and open it.
Lovely. Nothing happens.
Thought it wouldn't.
Where
Uh,
are you? Gong. Is there a
you,
lock that needs picking?
There isn't a lock. It's just a big sheet metal door that's perfectly machined, so that there's barely any gap on either side, and a small spinning circle of metal that spins freely left and right. The circle begins without you touching it, spinning in a clockwise direction, gaining momentum slowly, picking up more and more momentum.
Slack sensors tell him to take a step back.
Yeah, go step back one spot.
As the wheel gathers motion, it slowly starts to come away from the door towards you, inch by inch. You can see it spinning and spinning, and then all of a sudden it just reaches a point and stops hard, and you can hear a massive as it does, and the door rises upwards. Smoke and a really dense stench erupts from the room, and a coughing and spluttering Hunter S. Gonzo steps out, holding his hand to his face, just rubbing his eyes like that. And he just looks up and just sees Aros standing before him, and he just seems to stop for a moment, looking completely confused.
So the door's open then?
Yeah. It's just, but you can't see anything apart from like smoke pouring out from it.
Okay. I'll walk past and go in the room if possible.
Okay, so as you step into the room, you can feel the whatever it is deeply getting into your lungs. Just roll a Constitution saving throw.
He even said it's a thick, vicious cloud, and you still just strode straight into it.
Yeah, so Gonk starts to feel slightly overwhelmed by the thick cloud as he steps into the room, and he begins to cough and choke, and he can't breathe.
I'll walk back out then.
So you just step back out, and it takes a few moments, but you manage to cough and eventually clear your lungs and just gasp in a dark, deep breath. Hunter just looks around at you and just smirks. First time.
Aros places his hand on Hunter's shoulder and says, "Are you okay?"
His eyes just dart around wide. He just stands there and he goes, "God, what a ride."
Aros actually just laughs at that. What is this smoke?
He looks at Aros, just staring blankly for a second, and then just flickers and seems to gather himself, and he says, "Only the greatest mind-bending catastrophe ever to be able to behold. Not often you find so many weapons, metal, armor, single one building to cause such beauty."
Okay.
Sales Snap just walks up to him and just shoves the bag of red stuff in his face and just goes, "Good stuff? More?"
He grabs it, pulls it to his face, and just looks at it, sniffs it, goes, "Ah, yes, Good stuff indeed. Difficult to get hold of. Not of my making. Do you enjoy?
More?
More, yes, more indeed. Suck in the beautiful stench of the room behind me, no? It smells delicious. And the smoke's starting to clear now, and the air's starting to get in, and you're starting to see into the room slightly. Hunter's sort of blocking the path though, so you can't quite see past it.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Gon can walk straight back in. Then.
Roll Constitution.
Who said it was clear?
It's clearing.
Okay. Checks Constitution.
Oh, so Gonk steadies himself, steals up, steps into the room, holding his breath, wafts around. He can smell the faint aroma rising up into his nostrils. He looks around and he sees a completely empty room with pools of what looks like melted steel, armour and wood, everything just corroding and evaporating onto the floor.
Like,
So there's nothing usable. It's all fucked.
No, Hunter steps up behind Gog, puts his arm on his shoulder and says, "You smell it, don't you? The only way to get high like that is to corrode it all to mush. Mmm, delicious."
Gonk shrugs his shoulders and just walks out again. Oh, fucking walls.
Hunter stays in the room just sniffing it gloriously, enjoying every scent and second.
Eros just looks at Gonk and he says, "What's in there?"
Fuck that.
Okay. Eros just moves on.
So the bloke just melted everything down.
Yeah, in order to create some kind of hallucinogenic hotbox. He's currently in there just loving life.
Nutter.
Sail Snap looks in and just sees Hunter stood there and just looks at him and just says, "Good stuff."
Hunter just looks around, eyes wide, and says, "Good stuff."
Sail Snap steps in and takes a big gulp of the air.
No, it's fine. You breathing in deeply, mate. You suck it in fully.
That's what I was thinking.
You feel for a moment like you could breathe underwater forever if you wanted to. You just have this like purely concentrated belief in your mind that you now could breathe underwater forever.
Noted.
Okay. Eros seems eager to lead the fort, seeing as there seems to be nothing else here. So Slack, before we got before we went in the cave, basically the whole fort is empty of everything. Before you start poking around.
Yeah. Well, Hunter did confess to killing everybody and everything in a mad frenzy of drug-addled craziness.
Beautiful.
The guy might be off his trolley.
100%. I like him. I think we'll be seeing him again. I guess he's sticking around in that building. Is he getting?
Doesn't seem to be leaving in a
Off
hurry.
his tits. Okay.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be leaving in a hurry.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to go back to town if everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I think it makes sense.
That's good to me. I have no idea what's going on here.
Well, we'll fill you in on the journey back. We'll fill you in on the details of what happened.
So it's about mid-morning, early after, sort of about 11ish, as you decide to gather up your things and head on back to town. You know it's a long road. Normally that would take you, or on the way here, took you somewhere between 6 and 7 hours to get here. But it's quite a simple road to follow. No difficult terrain or anything. However, sometime around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the light seems to fade, almost like a cloud has passed over the sun. You don't really pay much attention at first, but then it gets darker and darker. It seems to last a strange amount of time, and you look up and see what appears to be a brightly moonlit sky above you. You become particularly confused, and the party slows down to discuss what they think might be happening. As at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you seem to be standing in bright moonlight. And I'm just going for a bit.
That's a mic quickly.
I need it. I'll go fucking walk.
Okay, I'll try. I'll fill you in.
Yeah,
Much as I can.
I'll try to remember it. I'm flagging.
So, when did you leave? I can't. So in the sewer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, effectively, we went to the don't go in. Trix got in a Barney with one of the gangs. What were they called?
The straight
The
talking guild.
The Straight Talking Guild, and had a fight in the cage. With someone. Eventually won after a lengthy bout.
A lengthy bare knuckle fight.
Yeah. And then basically the Straight Talking Guild wanted us to go to the upper quarter to see if we can is it steal something of theirs to make them? I can't remember what exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they wanted
something
us
like
to
that,
steal something of value.
Yeah. Yeah. And then on the Sale had an ulterior little quest going on at the same time, which we didn't really know about, or not meant to know about. So we went to the upper quarter, did some investigating, got hired by this Lord Tristan to see what was going on in the upper quarter because of some of his properties were getting pilfered. And then we discovered that pirates were going around and stealing stuff. All right. Big dogs. So we followed the pirates all the way back to their fort, and then that's what happened, basically, effectively. I'm sure some other minor details occurred, but I can't remember, to be fair.
Yeah, that's
Oh, we
that's
met
it.
Brass Hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He turned up in the pub.
Oh, Aros met someone in the pub, didn't you, Aros?
Oh yeah, I met this bird. It was good with a flute. Skittles.
How did Brassan turn out?
Pretty rude, to be honest.
Yeah, some wizard was causing him grief, and he went happy. But at that point, I think we just wanted to get on with everything, so we just left.
Yeah. There was some very short and uneventful conversations at that point.
Yeah.
I went to Dom's back. Are you there, everyone?
Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm in now.
So,
Sorry, the dogs are being dicks.
so strangely, should mention it. As you're all sort of slowing down, pondering what could be going on up ahead, you notice on the road some quite bright red patches of what look like, you don't know, but there's some red, quite large mushrooms growing from the red patches. And Aros actually shows he distinctly hears the beautiful music that he heard in the tavern back in Stonefield, and he feels almost elated by it. Like he wants to know where that beautiful music could be come from. Could it be? Could it be?
Okay.
First
First of all, he just says,
the silvery light of the moon glows. And you can hear I turn it off, but you can hear the forests around you.
"Oh wow,
Loading.
there's some funky schnizzle going on here."
Oh, not another trippy fucking thing.
Aros, upon hearing, I don't know, the music that seems to remind him of the upper quarter, goes, "Does anyone hear that? Does everyone else hear it, or just me?"
I don't
Uh,
hear anything.
They do hear it, actually. They just haven't really noticed it because they're sort of still caught up in the fact that it's night time at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But the music pricks your ears more so because you recognise it. You feel a memory of that beautiful embrace or that beautiful exchange that you had in the bar.
Yeah, lovely. Aros seems to just forget that it's night in the middle of the day and just says, "Oh, that the beautiful music. I need to see her again."
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming from directly in front of you as well, just past these strange, bright red marks on the floor where these mushrooms are growing from.
Okay, he strides forward. He wants to know, but he also pulls out his own flute. I think I have one. Starts to play.
So you play the music and the other music grows stronger ahead of you.
Feeling left out, Sail Snap recreates the sound of the flute to join in.
Donk just walks behind the other two. God.
Okay. Aros just strides forward, playing his flute as best he can to the melody that he hears.
As you get closer, you can see that the red marks on the floor appear to be fresh liquid seeping across the ground, and those mushrooms seem to be almost growing as you look at them.
Okay. Aros just steps close. He seems distracted for a moment and bends down to have a look closer at what the liquid is. Doesn't touch it, but he just seems to. Looks like he's looking at it to see if he can decipher what it is.
Your
Nature?
investigation. Nature investigation. Either. Yeah.
Oh, they're both similar for me.
So you're unsure what the red liquid could be, but it smells almost iron, like metallic, hingy.
Metallic. Okay. He just gets up and seems to see if he can find out where the music's coming from again.
It's coming from further down the road. It's getting louder and louder as you walk forward.
He strides forward, being careful not to step in the red ichor that seems to be spreading up. And
so just as you reach the point you do as well, you see ahead a silvery reflection that seems to be twirling and dancing just ahead. It twirls, dances, stops, and you see the lady who mentioned the name is Skittles beautifully playing the flute just ahead.
Before Aros announces anything, he looks back to his group and says, "Do you know what this red liquid is?"
No.
Snap walks forward and puts his beak right down to the red liquid. Just says, "Good stuff." And does an investigation.
Again, it has this metallic-y smell. It's definitely fresh liquid, but it doesn't know exactly what it is. The mushrooms seem to be just sort of expanding moment by moment. It's almost like a hallucination. Like, was it really expand in front of my eyes? Could it be growing that quickly?
Okay.
Walks over, sticks his finger in it, and licks it.
And without rolling, immediately recognise it as blood. Skittles immediately stops playing her flute, and in a loud yet delicate voice just echoes, "Eat my pretties." 3 of the mushrooms seem to shine brightly in the moonlight. They push up from the ground, and just from underneath their stalks you see eyes, nose, moustache, a face emerge, and these small haunch-like creatures carrying sickles with bright red bloody caps and steel boots emerge from the ground.
Okay, has Skittles disappeared then?
Yeah, so at that moment as well, she just vanishes into the night, and these 3 fey redcaps grow from the ground.
Okay, Aros, he just blinks and like looks visibly disappointed that she's disappeared. Turns around and just looks at Conk. It's got the blood from his finger. I was like, he just goes, "Conk, what did you do?"
Lick the red stuff.
Let me just show you a picture of these things that have grown like mushrooms from the ground.
Fuck words. No, this is well I've been.
There's definitely no confusing the fact that these are clearly aggressive fey creatures, and they immediately launch into battle.
Oh dear.
Cool.
1, 2, 3. Roll initiatives.
The game paused for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just to
Okay.
stop you all like diving around on a deep
Yeah,
end.
that's see if one's waiting for some reason.
How do I roll an advantage or initiative? Don't even know.
No idea. Just roll it twice.
Right, twice.
Oh shit balls.
They're fey creatures, right?
Yeah.
No.
Definitely fey-like.
God, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mate, you look tired.
I feel like I'm at the end of a 24-hour session.
Well, we technically we're an hour away from the end of the 24-hour session.
I slept for about 3 hours last night, and then I drove 4 hours back home today.
Oh, horrendous. Why did you sleep so little?
So the party had ended quite late, and then I don't sleep well anyway, do I? So I think we got back from the party about 2 a.m. I didn't get to sleep till about 4, and I was up at 8 having breakfast.
Oof. Horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. I haven't got the carousel. What's happened? There it
It'd be
is.
on your left-hand side, yeah.
No, it is. It just disappeared. Okay. So Aros seeing these strange beings that seem to have erupted from the mushrooms, he plants his staff heavily into the ground and just says, "The Great Gallopar, protect us!" And everyone gets +1 AC. That's his go done.
Is there a button to cast that?
No, I don't. I just get this, that.
So
I can't do anything.
Add AC to it.
Yeah, sorry. I don't. Doesn't do anything, which is annoying.
Yeah. I
You
just
can
have to be
manually
careful
do
of the
it.
checks. Yeah. Yeah, just add it on manually then, so that the hits don't hit.
Actually, I say that. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
So basically, this protective aura is a massive bright light that's emanating from the end of the staff, and it's just glowing.
How far does it go?
60 foot.
Sweet. This should work. I don't see why it's not. It should create a light dome, but there's some reason the animation's not working. I think because I've got the other one.
Didn't work before, did it? Either. I don't know.
It works on. It works when I do it on other things. Like so, right? If I do this will do it. Yeah, let's do this because I like doing things. 60, 0, 60. Try. I think it's because there's another one here. No. Wow, why is it not working this time?
No matter.
That was just remember
Oh.
+1.
I think I might fall asleep before Tom. It looked like Tom was about to fall asleep then.
Well, I've fairly fucked myself. I've had a long day.
Right, sorry, hold on.
was on a half marathon today.
Did you?
Yeah, my legs don't work now. Oh, fucked.
Well done, mate.
Right, so this red cap flies towards Aros. His iron boots thundering across the ground. Using his iron-bound pursuit, he runs straight towards Aros, who and then swings his massive iron boot and attempts to boot Iron Thunderbird, Aros Thunderbeard, in the shin. So you've got to roll a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. Or on a fail, take 3d10 plus 4 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone.
Wait a minute.
Oh. Who else can do that? Roll it again.
I get +1 on AC and saving throws, so it's fine. I did it already. Take the 10. It would be 11, but
Hold on, let me just. Failed.
Well, do you want me to roll a dice or that?
No, hold on. I don't know. I've got some buttons here. I'm just trying to push them.
Okay.
Select failed actors. Right. Anyway, you take 24 bludgeoning damage
Bloody hell.
and are knocked prone.
Okay, I'm guessing because I've fallen prone, my +1 AC for everyone's probably dropped as well because I've fallen to the floor.
Was it a concentration skill?
No, it kind of says as an action you plant the halved end of the rod into the ground, and from that emanates this 60-foot light.
No,
guessing
you
if
can
I've been-
keep it. It's fine. It seemed like like you hold a beer, you're still hanging on to the rod.
Oh, right, okay. Okay,
that's
fine.
planted in the ground. I think you might need the +1. Slacks go.
Fucking hell, these things are badass.
Losey?
Sorry, mate. Fuck. I was sleeping, my eyes open. Fuck. Shit. Right. Okay. Let's do this. 2 secs. Let me get back into this. Right. So I'm still using my booming blade pretty much every time I attack, but I won't bother casting it. And right now I'm going to cast Hex on this little. I don't even know what he is.
Red cap. They're red caps.
This little red cap fucker.
Fucking no.
Scrawny little steel toe capped fucker.
Fucking brilliant.
I'm going to cast Hex on him. And I just have to remind myself quickly. Did that come through?
It said
The
damage.
hex.
Yeah. So let me just chuck that in the chat as well. So it's cursed. Whenever I hit it, it gets an extra 1d6 damage, and then when it dies, I get to like recast this on something else.
Yep.
He's also going to get disadvantage with his boot.
With his boot, he's holding a sickle too.
Didn't he try and kick someone earlier? One of them.
He ran up and kicked Aros. He is also holding a sickle, just so you know.
So I guess I'll give him disadvantage with his sickle attack.
Okay.
With my hex, and then take out my Mr. Floppy and just try and cut its scrawny little arm off.
That's a good hit. So 12. It's the extra. That's it.
That's it, yeah. And then just gonna move around him a little bit.
Steps into the blood, just over the top of another mushroom, red mushroom growing from the blood on the ground.
Then end of turn, so
Salsnap.
I'll step to face him, but stay out of the.
Oh, strong hit. Nice.
Oh. And then I'll then hit him with a divine smite as well. That didn't work.
It came up. I don't know what it done.
Sorry, I thought it was going to roll it through. It didn't. 1 sec.
Right.
Just checking. I think it's an extra 2. I'm just checking how many extra it is.
Divine Smite. Started at 2nd level. You can expend 1 spell slot to deal radiant damage. The extra damage is 2d8 for 1st level plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than 1st.
So it's just 2. So it's just 2d8.
then you click the button so it uses your spell slot.
Yeah, I think if you click it, it should use it up and cast it.
Yeah,
I clicked it, but it didn't cast it. It just pulled that through in the chat.
I did it.
Just rolled it manually. Oh.
Takes 15 damage.
That's it.
Sweet.
And then that's the end of my go.
Gonk.
What?
Gonk. Oh no.
Well, no, it's thingy
it's
next.
it's the red cat. He realizing he's already close combat, just turns and starts to make one of his 3 attacks with his sickle at Slack Panther. His wicked sickle.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, why is it saying advantage on there? It's not advantage. Oh, so he misses. Oh, got arrows in there, so I didn't mean to do that. And rolls again. Oh, misses again. And last time.
How many attacks has he got?
3.
Crikey.
You got advantage on every attack.
No, disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
He hits with the final attack.
Hang on, one of those dice was 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
10 plus, yeah.
Yeah, plus
But,
6.
But hang tight. My armor class is 16, and
He's
Dodge
got plus
gave me
6.
+1.
Oh, right, yeah, so because you didn't add it, it thought it hit. Okay. You don't take that damage, so take that.
So I add that myself then.
Yeah, you're going to have to add it manually, because when Dom clicked on the spell, it didn't actually add the AC. So you just have to add it on yourself. Everard did it, I don't know how he did it.
Oh, yeah. You can do. I don't know how to do it. You can do flat.
I could do it.
So if you go to armor class and change the calculation to flat, like flat calculation, and make it whatever you want it to be, that will change it.
Doesn't let me do that.
Oh.
Nothing to click on there.
There's a little cog just up to next to it.
Yeah,
It says
little
armor
cog
class.
just above it.
Might be because I'm popped out. Oh yeah, now I can see it.
That's it. And then so just adds the 8 back. That is that red cap scum up.
And now it's my go, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to cast against this little fella.
This little fella who has outside strength. Therefore, when he's wielding his heavy weapon, it does not pose disadvantage on him.
Okay, well,
That's why the sickle is basically the same size and weight as him, but he's able to wield it as if it's a small.
I'm gonna cast heat metal on his. I'm guessing his boots are metal, yeah.
Yeah, they're iron.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
So.
So, the creature's holding aware the object takes the damage from it. The creature must succeed Constitution.
Yeah, do you not get Constitution thing come up?
It has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the start of your next turn. Okay, yeah, so it's got to roll the. It takes 2d8 fire damage straight up.
Which is the 8, yeah.
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 You take that already. Yeah. And so now. So I guess on its turn, it's got to take a Constitution.
Yeah.
So it's basically going to try.
Yeah, you got to do Constitution saving throw. If not, I can use a bonus action each turn to do 2d8 fire damage. I think. But then he throws or drop. Can you do the Constitution saving throw to drop or throw the object?
Yeah. So that's the Constitution. He's going to try and whip them off on his turn.
And if he doesn't drop it, he has disadvantage on the attack rolls and ability checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is that your going?
Yeah, sorry.
The other red cap uses his iron-bound pursuit, runs straight at Slack Panther and tries to boot him in the shins with his iron boots. So you must succeed on a DC 14 dexterity saving throw. I think when I clicked this last time, it did it. So you got to roll a dexterity saving throw or take 25 bludgeoning damage.
Crikey.
I rolled 18. Did it come through?
It came through as a 20, and then it said you took 12 and lost your concentration for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, it's challenging my concentration because I've taken half the damage, right?
All right, okay, it's doing that now. You took half the damage though for some reason.
Is that not what it says on the skill? Some of the skills are like that, aren't they?
Yeah, like half damage if you fail.
It just says saving throw, take 20 bludgeoning damage and be knocked prone. Doesn't say half. You get to get rogue concentration, which is fine.
So I'm taking the damage, am I? Even though it doesn't say that on the skill.
And no, put it back on because it doesn't say that on mine. And also, I don't know why it took your concentration off because you passed your constitution. It's fine. I'll just put your concentration back on. Right. Yeah, add 12. It took 12 off for some reason. That's his go over.
Okay, well I'm gonna get up. So basically half my movement. And I'm gonna disengage and move away to here. And then Aros, he focuses after taking a heavy pounding and raises his shield, and from it erupts a guardian bolt. It seems to be more powerful. It's level 2. It's so bright it erupts. And what are these things called?
Red caps.
Red caps. Descends upon the red cap.
Or it hits. Oh, strong.
And from that, then from after casting that, he moves his shield around towards where Slack Panther is, and from it casts Shield of Faith as his bonus action. And now, Slack, you get a weapon attack.
Oh, nice.
2 to the AC, 2 minutes.
Yeah, and he just goes, "For the Great Galloper!" And his shield's like raised above his head.
Slack. I was actually trying to see how I can see text for Shield of Faith by clicking on it, but you can't, can you? You have to like look it up or something.
I could probably share it with you if I could.
There is a button that says info or something.
Yeah, I've got
But
to
yeah.
find it.
It's alright. I can just react. So yeah, I'm gonna take out my Mr. Floppy again and make another attack on the whittled down red cap. .23 to hit.
Yeah.
Love my to hit rolls on this thing.
Oh,
Yes,
and he managed to slash the red cap down. And he falls, his iron boots still standing upright as his whole body flops down into the blood behind him.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. Because there's more damage to come, but that's right.
It's just battering the corpse. Oh, that's my.
I got another +2 AC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mate.
I gave it to you. I added it on. That's Shield of Faith.
That's
Normally it would
amazing.
have buffed it up because you were flat. I had to add it. Right, this red cap here just screams out, "I'll wash my cap in your blood." And he charges forward at Gonk. He has to make his constitution. Oh no, he's got his hot boots, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So he rolls his constitution save, trying to whip off his iron boots. He doesn't manage to get them off, so he takes, what's it, 2d8? Was that on your go? He takes 2d8.
I
think it said your go.
Yeah, my go. He just tries. He uses his constitution to try and kick him
So
off.
he hops up and down. Hot boats. And he's like, "You'll feel the heat." And he comes running forwards. And I guess because they're burning, I'll get him disadvantage on his attempt to kick you in the shins with his massive iron boots.
Yes, so.
Or you get advantage on it. You get advantage on your roll just because he's struggling to get a good swing in with them as they're burning his feet. So you just got to roll your dexterity save and throw with advantage. Yeah, so you succeed. The red cap unable to get a good swing and he's just going hot. Slack's guy.
Black, feeling inspired and confident in himself again after getting his Mr. Floppy out. He takes he very quickly redirects his curse from the corpse in front of him to this what are they called? Red
caps.
I'm losing the plot. Red caps in front of me. So he's now cursed with my hex, and once again I will use my booming blade to make a striking blow on this guy. Mr. Floppy. 16.
16.
That was
what do you have? +7. Okay, now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red caps don't wear armor. They're just these random little fey creatures.
Oh, he's coming in hot.
No.
Oof. Doing a total of 18 damage. Crikey. And Slack just looks over to him and laughs. He says, "You peasant piece of shit."
The red cap just looks back up. "I'll bathe my hat in your blood." You wolf piece of shit.
Proper snidey.
Sail snap.
I'm snookered, mate. My screen wasn't showing all the characters.
Oh yeah.
Sat here the whole time.
I forgot to mention the disadvantage that'll be on his blade.
Oh, you can't see anything?
Nah, I'm trying to. Cause I could only see the one in front of us that I was hitting, so I've refreshed it, and this whole time, and I'm just all I've got in the corner is the anvil, nothing else.
Oh no.
Doesn't even say you're connected to it. What do you want to do? I'll do it for you. So the one immediately next to you is dead. Slack Panther's to your north, about 10 foot, and then next to him is a red cap, and then Gonk is about up to 15 feet away from you on the left, exchanging blows with another red cap.
I'll walk up to the one by Slack Panther.
Yeah.
And go, bathe in your blood, and swing my sword at him.
Kebab skewer.
The kebab skewer.
Kebab skewer, sorry.
Right, you roll to attack. You roll a 2.
There's a fucking shock.
Which misses. Anything else?
No, that's end of my go.
Right, Gonk.
Okay, so the burning feet chap gets 2d8.
Yep. You can roll it.
I believe you get advantage on your rolls with this gonk as well.
Oh,
against
he's
this guy.
taken. Yeah.
Oof.
12 damage there.
Okay, so I get advantage against him because he's lit up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's lit up with the guardian bolt of the Great Galloper.
He is.
So
it will calculate him.
I'll go old school and try to smash his face in with the Morning Star.
Luna, on your bed. Come here, bed.
I love it. You're such a punchy bard.
Yeah, I know. I forget he's a bard because he's not done anything
Hello.
bardic.
Yeah.
Well, the heat in your thing is. Oh.
Yeah, I suppose.
And the party horn.
Yeah.
Party horn.
Oh yeah. Apart from actually playing music, he's not done any sort of bardic attacks. He's dead.
Wow, bosh.
2 down.
In typical bugbear fashion, just obliterates him.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. It's hard to actually comprehend that our rogue is actually a rogue when it's just got hooves, and that I'm and then that I'm a warlock when I seem to be more like a warrior.
Oh well, probably more lifelike. Okay.
Thing is, I love it. If you're already in hand-to-hand combat, my voice of authority is just fantastic. I just cast a healing spell. It's great.
Yeah, it's all good.
Kirk, can you? I can't. I'm trying to log. Oh, there we are. Don't worry. It's doing something. See if this works.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll turn off a couple of things that might be causing you extreme pain. I'll turn off the weather effect, which is probably causing you a lot of pain then. And I'll just turn off this light animation. See if that helps you a little bit.
The stream probably not helping either. It's taking up your upload.
I don't know because I don't know.
It's strange. It was working fine. That's what I don't get. But I've just logged back in.
Excuse me.
You skank.
I don't know how much it
Filth.
consumes. If I run a speed test, still my capacity downloads pretty good. See my uploads running it. I had BT Engineer come and fix all my shit the other day.
Scrags called you out on that one there, Dom.
Yeah,
You got
still got about 4.5, 5 meg worth of uploads.
Mate, it was so loud. I woke the dogs up.
I was just thinking back to the dungeon on the other weekend, how we had to evacuate at one point.
Scrags!
Mate, that wasn't even me. That was. Oh,
I know.
they were
Yeah,
terrible.
that's what I'm saying.
They were so bad.
Yeah, I was gagging at one point.
They were just like thick as well.
Such a slow mover.
What's
Rob would be like, "Oh my god, this is the worst. Can no one else smell it?" Like 10 minutes later, I'm like, "Oh."
So this Redcap's going to continue his assault on Slack Panther with his wicked sickle.
Wicked sickle.
Wicked sickle. That's what he's got. Does he have any? Does he have advantages or disadvantages on him? I presume your hex is on him, isn't it, Everard?
I don't think.
Blows.
Doesn't give an advantage, I think.
My hex gives him disadvantage on his attacks, and that's about it.
Is it on him now though? Because it moves when that creature dies.
I have to recast it on my turn, but it's moved onto the top one. Yeah, I did recast it.
So is he hexed or not?
He's hexed, yeah.
He is hexed. Okay, so he gets disadvantage on these attacks.
Yep.
Okay, so he swings his wicked sickle. And quickly fails.
Well, badly. It's a critical fail.
And he swings. Slack Panther jumps and he chops the mushroom from under his feet off from the ground. He looks down, almost agonized. No, my brother, before he could be truly born, is already dead. And he drops down to his knees in agony. Just seems distraught over this mushroom that is just chopped up out the ground and forfeits all his turns.
Oh, blimey. All right. Okay. What's this between my guys be so quickly? Okay. Seeing the red cap fall to his knees, he's like, "Ha ha ha! Bow before the great galloper!" And he raises his shield and just bangs it with his staff, and you hear the great bells of toll of the dead. Oh. Not sure what happened there.
Should that not be? Was that D12 view? That was D12, right? Sorry. Ignore me.
It's okay.
It says it becomes a D. Oh, it's a D12. Sorry, if we missed any of his saving throws. Oh, he fails.
Okay. And and then Eros just seems to stride forward with confidence. That's the end of his go.
Slack.
Still not. I'll just try and hit that bloke again, Cook.
It's Slack Panther's go.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was in sale. Sorry.
That's right. Just checking my cantrip quickly. Yep. Still not a lot I can do when I'm concentrating other than take out Mr. Floppy and just reinstate my position in this fight with this little red hat. He had no idea what he's got himself in for, really.
I like how you zoomed all the way in to do that as well. I'm going to watch him get back. I only know that because on the stream it follows your camera when you do it. It's like this. So, yeah, I'm just going to zoom all the way in and watch close as possible.
And after having a bit of an alpha off and completely missing his hit, Slack just says it was a practice swing.
Now Snap just swings the kebab skewer, attempts to make Faye bloody Faye kebab skewer for dinner. And rolls a 3.
Again.
Go.
How did I roll a 3? I'm +5.
No, you got an 8, but it was a 3 plus 5.
Oh, just checking.
Sorry, mate.
Dog
I take my cheats off when I roll for you.
I'm gonna do 1 second. I'm gonna do poison spray.
God, I thought you
Is
guys
this-
would have killed him by now.
Is this the same poison spray as before? Is this a Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Oh, ghost.
Oh, is that it?
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Oh my god.
The red cap cares nothing for your poisonous spray. He just flicks it off like nothing.
done.
Yeah, he continues. He looks up at Slack Panther and you can see the burning hatred in his eyes now. He's like, "You made me kill my brother. For this, you will pay the hefty price." And he just starts swinging his wicked sickle for 1. Oh, and even with a disadvantage now, the rage burning deep inside him has got him lit up. And he scores 11 slashing damage on Slack Panther. He rolls. Oh, he manages to maintain concentration. He makes another attack with his wicked sickle. Fails. And his final attack with his wicked sickle. You beastly creature, you will suffer. I will wash my hat in your blood. Aros.
Eros. Okay. Okay. So he just points. Oh no, he holds his shield up to the sky, and from that, guiding bolts seem to erupt from the clouds and descend upon the red cap. Oh dear. And obviously the guided bolts just hit either side of him. The Great Galloper is not with me today. And then afterwards, he. What is this? What is my bonus? Healing word. And then with his bonus action, he casts. He moves his shield and like a light shimmers off of it, and a healing word is cast upon Slack Panther. Who now has an attack.
Oh, this thing's great.
Mate, it's fantastic. I love it.
I believe a heal gives you an attack. It's mental.
Yeah, any level 1 spell cast upon an ally or above.
Oh, so for
It's
every
mad.
spell you cast on someone, you get that.
Yeah. So Prayer of the Healing is amazing. So if everyone's in
So then everyone
combat,
gets it.
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
24 to hit.
That's a hit, yeah. Oh, the red cap now suffering multiple blows.
Hang tight. Hang tight. There's more to come. Lost it in history. Go.
Oh yeah, and the Hex. There we go. Oh, still hanging on. The red cap unsufferably bearing down, and Slack Panther refusing to die.
It's that Panther to go.
Yeah,
My
natural
go.
go.
Just continuing with the flurry of attacks, he takes a second swing.
Oh my god.
Right.
Goodness.
20, 27 to hit.
See the damage. Come on. See the critical. Plus the extra 1d8. 1d6. Oh, 17 plus. Just roll it for posterity. Do a 1d6.
Yeah,
The
I've got
hex.
over 2 secs. Was it gone? Here it is.
Bosh.
Just another 9.
Red cap
26 damage.
slashed and slain. His bloody hat falls to the floor. The moonlight shines and slivers, and just ahead, spinning in a circle, is these Skittles reappear, playing a flute in battle.
Right, I'm gonna have to go to bed now because I'm a mess.
10 minutes, mate. You've got 10 minutes, and then we've done 24 hours.
What?
But
Oh,
let's do 3.5 hours.
10 minutes then.
10 minutes. There's only 10 minutes left in. We need these
I'm
out.
gonna walk over and see if there's anything on this corpse.
No, there's just iron boots and a dead Fey red cap hanging from the end of them. Did that give you XP?
No.
So you should
Nothing's
have 700 for each. So 200,
Each of us?
2,100. No, 2,000, 2,100 split between 4 of them. I don't know why it didn't do that. Normally it does it when I end combat.
Is it because of Skittles?
Oh, I can. No, didn't. So XP.
Is it
2,100 divided. That is.
Be right back. I've got to sort my daughter out quick.
I need a quick piss. I'll be back in a sec. I need a piss.
Are we doing it manually or are we?
No, it's coming.
Okay.
Okay.
Lovely. Yeah, lovely.
My headphone's going to die as well, so we've got 5 minutes.
Oh. Okay, so what? She's just appeared. Is she playing anything, or is she
Yeah,
just...
she's just standing there dancing around, mesmerisingly playing her.
I'm guessing Eros recognises her.
He does, and he is instantly drawn to her appearance.
Okay. He strides forward and he's like, "My lady, what are you doing here?"
She says nothing and just continues.
Is she playing or is she just dancing?
Yeah, she's dancing and playing at the same time. You can hear the music all around you.
Okay, seeing that she's ignored him, he pulls out his own flute and attempts to join her song.
Okay.
While moving forward. I'm guessing nothing's happened.
Didn't she just summon some things to attack us?
No. I just took away the ones that were there.
So she didn't summon them.
Oh.
No, they grew from the blood on the ground.
Okay.
Like Fey redcaps do in the moonlight. Grow from vicious and violent acts and the blood that spews across the ground. They grow over time.
Okay. Eros, he takes the flute away from his mouth briefly and then he tries again. He's like, "My lady, why are you here?"
She continues just dancing, playing her music, and everyone roll a wisdom check.
Oh dear.
Ability check, yeah? Not saving pro.
Yeah, wisdom check, not save, wisdom.
Oh, not a save. Oh, I
No,
did
no,
a
not a
save.
save. Oh, right, yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's pretty much the same.
What's his check? Is it or save?
Check.
He
That's
did a
better.
check.
Yes, it's different.
So we're doing check,
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I did a check, so that's not good.
Can't do it on D&D Beyond, mate, because it's still, I don't know what it is, it just will not load up.
So Slack Panther immediately realises, unbeknownst to the others, that that is in fact a minor illusion of Skittles directly ahead, and all of a sudden, booming in everyone's ears simultaneously, is a shot of vicious mockery.
Including my ears.
Yeah, everyone's ears. You all just hear it simultaneously. The vision disappears, and I'll tell you what each of you hear. So Slack Panther hears in his head somewhere. Oh, in Skittles' voice it comes out like almost like a song. Somewhere you're depriving a village of its idiot. Snap hears, I would contact your mother about your death, but I don't speak Goblin. Gonk hears, if I were you, I'd go and get my money back for that remove curse spell. And to Aros, she hears, oh my god, and I thought troglodytes smelled bad.
Wait, I thought it was going to be something meaningful then, but it's blatant generated. Love it.
So everyone apart from Slack feels those words burning through their skull, and they take 1d4 psychic damage.
Ouch.
Which is bullshit.
And then out of nowhere, the moon appears to disappear. Sunlight returns, and some form of normality seems to resume.
What do we get? What damage did we get?
Just 3 damage. And
I went to 0.
as if Aros is knocked unconscious by the evil and hurtful words. The others notice that the forest feels calm again, and normality semi-resumes.
I'll do cure wounds onto the little fella then.
I thought I had more HP than 3.
Okay, you got 4 now.
Excellent, thank you.
The problem is, Aros, you're so taken in by Skittles that you couldn't believe that she would be so hurtful to say such things, and just hearing her voice with those words against you just knocked you out cold. You couldn't take it.
Aros, he stumbles to his feet, and he attempts to clap Gonk on the shoulder, but he's so tall, he sort of hits his mid back and says, "Thank you, friend. Thank you."
So at least for now, normality returns, and you can continue on your way back towards town or camp. I suggest the characters head to camp and wait for Trix to return from his side adventures.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah, let's go back to camp.
Is the lady still with us? I guess she's bundled up.
She was at the camp, wasn't she?
No, I mean the.
Oh yeah, you've still got her. Yeah, you just sort of like just sort of kept her.
Oh, our herbalist, God knows what she's doing.
She's at the camp.
Well, yeah, that's a blonde one, isn't it?
Yeah, she's at the campsite somewhere.
So how long were we gone from the camp, from our last campsite?
You haven't been back here for a few days.
All right, but it's not months though, is it? So she probably hasn't got anything yet.
No, you return to camp, and you can't see her. She doesn't seem to be around, but you can see all of her belongings, and slowly you can see her like gathering small amounts of herbs and different things.
Okay.
Right. Well, I think Gonk's gonna have a long rest then.
Yeah, I think everyone should have a long rest at camp, and we return next week. And I consider that 24 hours of D&D complete.
Yeah.
Rounded off.
That's great. That's a good little final sesh. Love that.
Yeah.
That's not the finale to the campaign yet, though.
I know.
We need tricks. We need tricks.
Okay.
I'm
tricks.
I'm not about this weekend. I'm car showing.
You're not about.
Okay. Well, whenever everyone's around, yeah.
I'm not going to be back till late next weekend.
Okay. No worries, mate. Well.
And for the nobody watching, but if anyone watches this back, Rob will do the prize draws at some point.
Nice. Nice little plug. Good luck.
Well,